Hey out there, everyone's having a wonderful, blessed, joyful day, week, and you're all safe and healthy and living your best, blessed life and have a blessed 2022. So that being said, going very quickly with my power rankings after week 16 NFL. I'll go from 32 up to number one. So you'll just see who moved up and down based in the description. I'm not really gonna say who moved up and down. At least I won't talk about it too long. And let's go all the way up to number one. So first four teams: Detroit Lions at 32, Jacksonville Jaguars at 31, New York Giants at 30, and New York Jets at 29. New York Jets had a good victory with Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars to me just a little bit better than Detroit Lions, though I think the Detroit Lions have been more competitive throughout the entire year. Um, Due to injuries about Jared Goff now, I don't believe there's much going for Detroit right now due to injuries to their team. I think Jacksonville is a little bit in a better situation right now. New York Giants played with injuries, so that and the Jets getting the victory. I think the Jets are a little bit better situation than the Giants right now. Houston Texans at 28, Carolina Panthers at 27, Seattle Seahawks at 26, Chicago Bears at 25. Um, so we talk about the Houston Texans. I think the Houston Texans have played good against the better teams for some reason, and pulled a couple upsets this year. So though I don't view this as them as a great roster, they seem to excel expectations. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton came in. He kind of started losing games once he came in after a couple competitive weeks, and he just seemed to be on a downward spiral. And Seattle Seahawks, since Russ Wilson came back, have just found ways to lose games and not be um, found ways to lose games, which is kind of sad to see. Um, Chicago Bears beat Seattle. That's the reason I had them over Seattle. Because I think both teams are as down points, and I would give the quarterback situation at Seattle the edge, but you just lost, so I can't give them the edge there. Um, 24 Washington, 23 Denver Broncos, 22 New Orleans Saints, and 21 Atlanta Falcons. So Washington came off a bad loss to Dallas. Denver Broncos played with injuries. Teddy Bridgewater is out and a couple other injuries to the team, so I had them down. New Orleans Saints, since Jameis Winston went out, they haven't looked great. And even with, can't remember his name right now, Taysom Hill, they're competitive sometimes, other times not, but it's really depending on how good the defense plays because the offense is inconsistent. Now Falcons had a good victory last week over the Detroit Lions and have been more consistent than the teams below them. 20 Cleveland Browns, 19 Pittsburgh Steelers, 18 Minnesota Vikings, um, 17 Las Vegas Raiders. Apologies. So again, 20 Cleveland Browns, 19 Pittsburgh Steelers, 18 Minnesota Vikings, 17 Las Vegas Raiders. Cleveland Browns, since the injury to Baker Mayfield, has been inconsistent, and that continues to show. Pittsburgh Steelers, same thing. Big Ben, it's been inconsistent, and it's starting to show his age as the season wanes, which is why I thought you needed to upgrade the offensive line in the offseason. Um, Minnesota Vikings, I know Kirk Cousins apparently today, and they lost Adam Thielen recently, but they've been competitive to me all year. So I think they're the top of the 7-8 teams. Las Vegas Raiders, since the Henry Rugg incident and all the turmoil, they've been up and down since then. Uh, had a couple good wins, a couple bad losses, but they're haven't been really just maintain a constant winning thing going on. So I think their situation is why I have them at 17. For Philadelphia Eagles at 16, Miami Dolphins at 15, San Francisco 49ers at 14, Baltimore Ravens at 13. Eagles have got back on the win track, but I think they're the worst of the four teams. Miami Dolphins, hot streak, defense finally got it going, and offense is starting to produce a little bit. San Francisco 49ers starting to show how good they are. Though the injury to Jimmy Garoppolo might cost them the end of the season. Um, Baltimore Ravens, no Lamar Jackson, injury played all year, exceeded expectations, but just like Pittsburgh, they exceeded expectations with injuries in their situations, but might be too much to overcome. Los Angeles Chargers at 12, New England Patriots at 11, Cincinnati Bengals at 10. So Los Angeles Chargers at 12, New England Patriots at 11, Cincinnati Bengals at 10, Buffalo Bills at 9. Chargers inconsistent, very good at times. Other times look very bad against teams they should beat. So inconsistency rather them at 12, 11. New England Patriots have been exposed in the past couple weeks as teams forced them to put the more of their success riding on Mac Jones. So you're exposed a little bit. Cincinnati Bengals, surprise team of the year to me. I didn't have them being this good. But Cincinnati Bengals played well against Baltimore last week, and they're right now in control of the AFC North. So that being said, they're at 10. Buffalo Bills got the win over New England Patriots, so revenge win. Have them at number 9. 1 second. Again, apologies. Number 8, the Indianapolis Colts. Number 7, Arizona Cardinals. Number 6, Tennessee Titans. Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Colts to me has been the best 96 win team so far. Riding off Jonathan Taylor, which to me really does deserve real consideration for MVP on the season at the end of the year, because he's played and carrying the Indianapolis Colts with his play. Jonathan Taylor, running back. Number 7, Kyler Murray and them continue to trend downward into the season, which is a little bit shocking. I know they lost DeAndre Hopkins and there's a couple other injuries to his team, but I didn't expect them to fall off this bad after they're starting 7-0. So they're down at 7. Tennessee Titans at 6. Not a great win over the 49ers, but still a good quality win to me. So I got them moving up to 6, and they have a lot of people still out, and they were able to still get the victory. So I have them moving up to 6, Tennessee Titans. Number 5, Tennessee Buccaneers. A lot of injuries recently. No Chris Godwin rest of the year. A couple people out. Fournette. A couple other people out. Mike Evans is coming back, but seem look like they're limping towards the end of the year. And on top of that, he put up a lot of points last week, but it was a lot of field goals. So expect a little bit more from the Buccaneers, and hopefully he could get together to be some 80% or some kind of form of the good they showed last year on their road to winning Super Bowl. So had them down at number 5, Los Angeles Rams. Down at 4. They didn't play bad last week to me. They had a good win over the Vikings, but this is just more has to do with the team above them, and the team above them is the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Dallas Cowboys to me just had such a good victory. Understanding it was against a bad quality team in Washington last week, but when you operate that dominantly all 3 levels, you kind of send a message, and I think the Cowboys sent a message last week, so I got them up at 3, even though I hate Dallas. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs, and number 1, Green Bay Packers. These 2 to me remain the top 2 spots for me. I don't think Green Bay has done enough to lose number 1. I don't think Kansas City has necessarily done enough to surpass Green Bay at number 1. So I keep Kansas City at 2, Green Bay number 1. But these 2 to me have been the best 2 teams in the NFL all season. Even though Green Bay has struggled the last couple of weeks, and Kansas City has kind of showed their dominance in recent weeks, but still think Green Bay has to do something, or Kansas City has to tremendously outshine them to move past them, in my opinion. So that being said, it was on my power rankings after week 16 going to week 17 NFL. Your thoughts and comments down below. Wish you all a best and blessed life. Stay safe and healthy out there, and love and peace, guys.